We're live. We're live. Hello everyone. I don't know who I'm saying hello to. There's no one here at the minute. But it would be a bit awkward when people rewatch the stream and I'm just stood here not speaking. That would be a bit weird. Anyway, hello. Welcome. I am going to have to wait for people to join because I can't really answer questions when there's no questions. You know what I mean? So, I shall sit here and awkwardly stare off into the distance until someone joins and starts asking me questions. I just realised that a few people may join the stream and may have no idea what the hell Tales from Minerva is. Well, allow me to fill you in for the people who have no idea what it's all about. It is a story that I have written, I guess, I suppose. Oh, hello, Jay. Hello, Jay. Welcome. I was rambling to no one, as you do. My favorite question. Well, I'm pretty sure the question you've just asked me is probably my favorite question. So, we're off to a brilliant start here, I must say. So, we now have two people. I am to assume that Mr. Felix has joined. Yes, he has. Yes, thank you. I really put all my effort into this. I literally threw it together in about 5 minutes. Even not even that. I mean, look at it. It's literally just it's just like a wall and nothing else. So I mean, I put a camera and that's about it. I mean, if you really want me to, I could add like a I don't know what would look nice on a desk. Um, wow, I don't really have anything that would look nice on my desk. Maybe like a vase or something. I don't know. So we'll put this large red vase here. There we go. Brilliant. Excellent. And we'll put a mushroom here as well. Why not? There we go. We've livened up the studio just a little bit. Just a little bit, not by much, but you know, just enough. Oh well, that's not very good, is it? He died. He died. Anyway, I've got your. Oh, hang on. I'll put all of Jay's wacky abominations around, shall we? You know, that can be like up here, watching, watching us from above. Okay, I can't put those in. Those are way too big. So we'll just make do with what we've got here. Actually, I kind of wanna fix him. Hang on, let me get a new one out. He's a bit big, so as I say, I'm gonna have to shrink him down a bit. There we go. He's alive and well now. Fixed. Issue resolved. There we go. Studio's looking lovely now. So, yeah, so this is a Q&A about Tales from Minerva. So, I mean, if anyone has any riveting questions to ask, by all means. I was explaining to the non-existent people in the stream that, oh, that is a very, very good question. Well, the whole original concept behind Hannah is that she was meant to have powers from both Fen and Grayson. Like, she was going to wield water and electrical powers. But then I decided to change it so that the elemental powers couldn't be transferred down from generation to generation. And Grayson never actually gets electrical powers anyway, so I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. Plus, I have things planned in my head, and I have things I want to go a certain way. So it kind of she doesn't really fit in with what I want anymore. If you get what I mean. Back then it was different because like the way the powers worked and all that, it was different. But the way it works now, it's not the same. Yeah, yeah, she'd literally just be some random person with no powers, and you know what I mean. She doesn't really fit in. Like, what could I do with their daughter that like has no powers and doesn't really add anything to the story, if you know what I mean. It's different when it comes to someone like Beatrix because I do have plans for her eventually if I ever do get to that. But yeah, that's about it really. That's why I suppose it just there's just no place for her anymore, and with how things work, it was never going to work. So oh yeah, Sackboy is on that vase. Yes, he's there. He's grabbing a grape. He wants them grapes. How about you, Felix? Do you have any interesting questions that you would like to ask? No, I never wanted to keep the drill. The drill was just merely there on the original outfit because obviously back then, 2013, I make this stupid looking demon character in Little Big Planet. You know, there's no thought behind it. There's no story behind it. It's just this angry demon guy with a drill. When I eventually decided maybe I want to do something with a character of mine, I thought, well, it's going to look a bit stupid, this demon guy with a drill. Well, then again, I mean, it could have turned out cool, but with the direction I wanted to go, and he needed a weapon that, you know, kind of fit him a bit more, so I thought, well, I'll just give him an axe. And I mean, that's kind of how it came to be, I suppose. You know, like, I can't really put an elemental crystal in an axe. Although, I mean, a drill, sorry. But then again, think about it, that would be pretty neat. But no, I don't know. I just didn't think a drill would really suit the story. You know what I mean? It's like, could you imagine Gino rocking up with a drill? Like, he's this guy who lives alone on a mountain and he just somehow has a drill for an arm that's like mechanical a lot. Yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense. But I mean, I never wanted it anyways. I mean, it just seems a bit over the top if you get what I mean, you know. Oh, wow, one's blue, blue, one true blue is here. Why did I say your full name? I don't know. Haha, awkward. But yeah, the drill, you know, the drill was never gonna actually be like a canonical thing. It was just there on an old outfit, and then I got rid of it when I thought it was stupid. So, I mean, that's about the gist of the drill. Though I do have plans later down the line that may involve a drill. Maybe, maybe not if I ever get to it. We'll see. There was, however, a robot that I did originally make that was going to be in an old version of Tales from Never called. I can't remember what it was going to be called. Oh, yeah, the experimental group. So that kind of includes like Squiggly, um, Abomination, Rampage, you know, like those kind of characters. Because the original intention I had for them was like they were creations of Division Zero. Because they, you know, obviously, they have like a scientific research department thing, I guess. But that was back when the story I was trying to tell was more kind of grounded in reality, I guess. It was more, there's this evil scientific organization and, you know, they're going around causing havoc and all that. But with how things are now in the story, it's more shifted the focus to the order and, you know, like, there's this universal threat out there, you know, wanting to wipe out all life. Division Zero kind of took like a secondary antagonist role in this, so I didn't really delve too deep into the whole scientific experiment stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still do that kind of stuff. I mean, I won't spoil too much, but you do see a test experiment of theirs in one of the chapters. I won't say who it is in case you haven't read it. So, I mean, they definitely do that sort of stuff, but it's not something I really wanted to focus on. Oh, dear me. It's not something I really wanted to, like, focus on now because I didn't want to, like, clutter the story, if you get me. I kind of wanted to just focus on one thing and not have all these other, like, side things going on all at once because it would have bloated the story because there would have been too many characters. Regarding if they'll ever come back, probably not, because I mean, by the end of the Rise of the Order, I'll just say it because it's not really a massive spoiler. Division Zero are like, they're gone at that point. Like by the end of it, they're gone. Like every main figure in Division Zero gets taken down one way or another by the end of the story. So I mean, there's no possible way that like any of these freaks of nature could possibly come into existence at this point. Plus, I don't really know what to do with any of them. You look at a lot of them, like Squiggly, for example. He's a bit too jokey for what I want now. I mean, as I say, I know. What was I going to say? It's like, a certain owl is still canon, but like, as I said earlier, I can't get rid of the guy. He's the OG bad guy. But a lot of the others, I look at them and I'm like, do I have a place for you? Is there like a good story I could tell you? No. So I mean, that's really where I stand on that, to be honest. Spin-offs. Um, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do a spin-off. Like, I know a while back I wanted to do like a spin-off for Grayson and kind of like go into like his origin story, but I mean, that's if I ever get around to doing that sort of stuff. I kind of want to just focus on like the main story arc at the moment. Like, I mean, side stuff is always, a possibility, but as I say, I want to focus on the main story. It would be cool to delve into that sort of stuff. Though, with characters like Fen, there's not really much I could do. I mean, I don't know. Fen, she works well in a group, but I don't think I could tell a compelling story with her on her own. To be honest, I don't really think I could tell a compelling story with a lot of them on their own, to be honest, because that's the thing with my characters. They kind of work better as a group. You kind of pluck them out and single them out. I don't know. I just feel like I can't tell that compelling of a story with them. That's just me being honest there. Like, I feel like they're better as a group. They work better as a group. Maybe I could do one with like Gino, I suppose, but then again, I don't know. I prefer the characters as a group. I don't know if I could do a spin-off with just one character. Because I like having a group of characters I can work with at the end of the day. All the different scenarios they can get up to and all that. Maybe I could do a spin-off with like two characters, but then again, I don't know. As I say, I want to try and focus more on the main story before I even consider doing anything like that. Yeah, you put it perfect. It is like a puzzle piece. They all have to fit together to make the complete piece, and it wouldn't feel right without having the others there. That's yeah. But yeah, that's really all I have to say on that point. Um, does anyone else have any questions? What about you, Miss Butternubs? Do you have a question? Oh, my phone's gone off. I need that. No, no, no. What are you doing? Don't open the camera. That would be silly. Why? No. What about Dementia? What are you gonna ask about Dementia? Because there's a few things I could talk about regarding Dementia. I mean, I could go over what was she gonna do? Well, the thing with Dementia, I did have an original draft for how I wanted what I wanted to do with her. There is actually somewhere on my phone, don't know where, I can't find it, but I know it is on my phone somewhere. There's actually an original draft for Gino getting the flame crystal, and one of the first character he actually ever meets on his quest is actually Demetra, and she actually helps him take down Scorchmarax, and that's how they get the flame crystal. Oh no, yeah. I think that's the case, or Gino already has it. It's one of the two. He either already has it and Scorchmarax is causing some shenanigans, or he has to kill Scorchmarax to get it. It's one of the two. I can't remember. I'm a bit fuzzy on the details. But she's there. She's just kind of there. I can't remember why she's there, but I just remember that the two team up, take it down, and then she's like, "Yeah, I like you, big boy." Okay, well, I mean, she doesn't actually say that, but I mean, she kind of like the original plan with her. She was kind of like gonna be like this antagonist sort of character, but she was gonna be like helpful at the same time to the heroes because she had a thing for Gino, basically. So it was kind of like one of them. They'd like have to stop her at some times because she was being a complete psycho bitch, but there'd be other times where she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna help these guys," and that's kind of what I want to do with her now. At the minute, she's not relevant to the story. She is going to show up at some point. Don't know when, but I do have plans for her. Like the next story I want to tell, she's not gonna be part of that. I don't think. So I mean, it might be way down the line before I even delve into that character. So yeah, that's all I really have to say on her and what she's all about. I don't know if anyone knows. I think you all know. I think I've told you before. How she was brought about. You know what? Screw it. I'll just go over it again. So basically, me and our good pal Claire were like, Harry, right? You need to listen to music and get inspired by said music and then create a character from listening to music. And I was like, okay. So she gave me 3 tracks and she was like, try and get inspired by these 3 music tracks and make 3 characters out of them. So I did. And the characters that I ended up making out of that were, allow me to find the cards because I don't have. Wait, maybe I've got images of them. Okay, no, I don't have any images of them, I don't think. I'm gonna have to bring out the cards of them. I remember specifically listening to Final Fantasy music. It was the worst experience of my life. Not because the music's bad, it's just because I had to sit there and listen to music, and I don't really like sitting there and listening to music. Yeah, that would be a very good idea, actually. I've got an item somewhere that's got all my characters in it, and I can't find it. Uh, Here we go. This is perfect. I don't actually remember what the 3 songs were, but to, the 3 characters that I ended up spawning out of this were. Let me grab them real quick. It was these 3 lovely individuals right here. I can't remember which one was inspired by the Final Fantasy track. It might have been Zephyros. I know one of them was a. You know, I'm gonna probably butcher the pronunciation of this. Tao How Tuhu. You know what I'm trying to say. I think one of them was a song from that franchise, and I honestly think it might have been the inspiration for Dementia. Might be right. It might have been Serena. Regardless, I ended up spitting out these 3. And I mean, as I said the other day, she is no longer canon. She's gonzo. I have axed her off. Yeah, I mean, it's Claire we're talking about. Of course, one of the songs she was going to make me listen. Yeah, Frey. Yeah, remember when that was gonna be a thing? Obviously, it's not a thing anymore. That's a thing of the past. But yeah, so these two are both still a thing. Yes, rest in peace, Serena. Serena, she dead. Yeah, yeah, she could see into the future and stuff. The thing is, the original idea behind Serena, she was like, again, she was a test subject of Division Zero, and the only reason she ended up with her powers was because Cyrus did some mind magic with her, and she ended up getting the power of future sight. I also had a massive plot twist with her, which would have basically revealed the fact that she was actually the mother of Fen. But that is a plot point that is now long dead and buried. Like, very long dead and buried. I don't even think I've ever mentioned that to anybody. But yes, she was meant to be the mother of Fen. Yeah. Like, looking at it now, again, it's like another case of would she fit in the story I'm trying to tell now? And no, she wouldn't. It's just one of them. I don't know what I would do with her, to be honest. I just, what would I do with Future Sight Lady? Not a clue. Which is a shame because at the end of the day, I actually do really dig the design I made for her. She's pretty neat looking, but I mean, at the end of the day, if I can't tell a story with her, what's the point? I don't want to just insert a character that I just can't do anything with, and then it just be like pointless. But hey ho. Are we on about Zephyros here? Yeah. So, well, yeah, Jay, you do make a good point, Jay. I mean, I could always recycle the design, but we'll see where the story goes. But regarding Zephyros, he was the original concept I had for him. So basically, there was going to be this arc where basically shit hits the fan and some ancient demon comes out of this tomb, and basically it just causes absolute mayhem on the whole planet, and the whole planet has essentially turned into this wasteland, this post-apocalyptic wasteland, and a bunch of like gangs start forming, and Zephyros was going to be like a leader of one of these gangs, and he was going to be like not the main antagonist to this arc, but it was going to like be like like a genuine threat to the heroes because he was a strong boy. He was a very strong boy. Speaking of him, I'll actually get the group that he was meant to lead. Oh, would you look at that? Conveniently enough, they're all right next to each other. So he was meant to lead like this group of six characters, and this was meant to be them. They were just meant to be like these rough, nasty piece of shits, basically. Iskall, my beloved. Yes, Iskall. I'm right. I'm just gonna say it right now, guys. This dude right here, he has a lot of importance. I can't say why, but he's gonna show up at some point, and it's gonna be like, what? I can't say why though. Obviously, as I say, I gotta keep it a secret. I want to see your reaction to when I eventually do get around to writing it, and I will say right now that he will actually appear in the next chapter of Tales from Minerva. No, don't say that, Felix. He's not from Fortnite. But yes, Iskall is set to show up in the Age of Chaos, as I'm still calling it. So anything else you want to ask? Because I could just stare at you all, unblinking, if you would like. Just... Oh, the lore behind Lumi tormenting Felix. So, basically, you know the card game, right? I made an ability on Lumi that was so fundamentally broken, it basically just screwed up Felix when I played against him. She had like this freezing effect that was like permanent, and the only way you could get out of it was by like having a certain amount of damage dealt to you or something. But the thing is, like, I just managed to freeze Felix permanently, and Lumi just basically destroyed his whole team. So that's where it comes from, and every time Felix sees Lumi, he just gets like PTSD from this card match that we played. So that's basically the story behind that. And to answer Blue, who is your favorite character outside of the mains? Um, when you say mains, does that like the main heroes, or does that like include main villains as well, or is it just main protagonists? Because if it doesn't include main villains, then I know exactly who to say, without a doubt. Okay, yeah, okay, so that's fair enough. In terms of like side characters and all that, oh god, I've got to give it I've got to give it a think here, to be honest. Wow. You know what? This answer might. Oh no, I knocked over the mushroom. This isn't good. Um, to be honest, my answer is it's gonna be Scar. To be honest, because I really like how he turned out in the Rise of the Order. He's not a main villain. He's kind of like secondary villain, but with the short time that he had, I really enjoyed writing him. Like, I made him out to be like, a genuine threat. Like, I mean, I know some of you haven't read it, so I'll try and keep it spoiler free. But like, he almost kills all of the heroes, like just like that. Like he almost kills them all. Like I wanted him to be like. The thing is, I always struggled on what to do with him because I was like, well, how do I make an antagonistic demon orc who could match Gino in strength? And I always struggled. Originally, he had psychic powers, but then I thought, well, that's a bit weird. So I thought, I'll do something different with him. And in a way, again, I'll try and keep it spoilerish free. He does have kind of unusual powers in Tales from Minerva, but that's because of an external source. Again, I can't say what, but he like I just really dig what I did with him. Like I just enjoyed writing his character. He was like legitimately, as I say, he was just a legitimate threat. And you compare it to like Charles when I fought him, he didn't really pose much of a threat, but like Scar was like the first big obstacle in their quest. Like he really, you know, he brought out the best of them for the first time. Like they really had to try to actually take him down. As I say, like he nearly kills all of them. So I mean, and he only gets beaten because of one thing that happens. Again, I can't say what it is, but I mean, like they get lucky essentially, and he was their first real test. So yeah, Scar, my favorite character outside of the main heroes and antagonists. Right, okay, so, there was another question, I think, somewhere. I think. Was there another character? Another question? No, oh, you weren't here, were you? You weren't here when I was speaking about Hannah. Hannah's been scrapped completely. I have nothing. I have nothing planned for her. Felix, Felix, damn it. Oh wait, to be fair, both you and Blue have read it, so I mean, wait, what? Wait, who's? Don't wait. Do you mean Kaylee? Because Hannah was meant to be Grayson and Fenn's daughter. Kaylee's the mother of Beatrix. Hang on, let me get the characters a minute. Where's the bean? Okay, that makes more sense. Well, um, I'm gonna have to hit you with the I can't say anything because it would be a spoiler comment. So that's all I can unfortunately say on that. But then again, me saying that just kind of basically confirmed it, didn't it? Because, well, I kind of dug my own grave there, didn't I? All right, you know what? Screw it. Yes, Kaylee will show up in the second arc. Wow, I'm a Dumbo. Yes, she will show up. She won't really be like a main character. She'll just kind of be like on the side. But I mean, I gotta get Bean into this world somehow. So the thing I'll say about the second arc, it takes place about 5 years after the events of the Rise of the Order. So I mean, there has been some significant amount of time that has passed. Anyway, so yeah, we need more people here. I need more questions of other people. Okay, regarding Oneg. So, Oneg has had so many different rewrites. It is unbelievable. He started off as a clone of Geno that was created by Fantepula. Basically, Fantepula took some of Geno's DNA and was able to just spawn a Geno clone out of thin air, essentially. And then I turned him into a shape-shifting alien, and that didn't really stick well. And then I was like, screw it. I can't work with this weirdo. I'm just getting rid of him. But Wundy really likes Oneg. Like, it's her favorite character out of all of my characters. I mean, hang on, let me get the guy. Let me bring Oneg down wherever he is. Yeah, here he is. Mr. Oneg. I mean, I don't know how to feel about him. He's always been this weird ass anomaly. This dude is just, he's weird. He's creepy. He looks weird. Yes, and he is on an egg. Felix has asked me which species would canonically be the overall winner if there was a multi-race tournament in Minerva. There is no questioning who would win. It would be the Phasons. I mean, I mean, there's just no contest there. They would just whoop ass. I mean, look at these guys. Would you mess with the space chickens? Well, I mean, I know they're not space chickens, but you know what I mean. I mean, they've just got so many more abilities than every other race. Like, they just no other race would stand a chance against them. I mean, you got to think. While Geno is powerful, Demonox as a race aren't actually all that strong. Like it's very rare to get a Demonox who's actually like of significant power. Most of them are just like above average, like maybe stronger than like your average human, but like you know they're not remarkable. You know, like Plantonoids, they've got a good agility, but that's all they've really got. There isn't really a race out there that has like the power that Phasons do, because I mean, at the end of the day, they can teleport, they can, you know, emit energy beams, they can do all sorts of shenanigans. That is a really, really good question. Will the Nine show up? Now, for those who don't know, the Nine are a group of nine incredibly powerful beings who all wield a power of the elemental crystals. I can't say anything. I genuinely cannot say anything about them because I've kept them so vague, and they've never like at one point had anything to do with any of my like Tales from Minerva has gone over several rewrites, but they've never ever been in any of the like rights I've done up. So I can't say whether or not they're gonna show up. That doesn't mean they won't show up. It doesn't mean they will show up. They're just kind of like stuck in a weird place at the moment. I can't say. I just because I don't know. To be honest, like I'm just being honest. I don't know. They might not. It's one of those. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the designs of them, but it all comes down to the question of do they fit with what I want to tell in like in a story sense. Morrigan, I wanted to create a character that was completely over the top, and that's basically it. I mean, honestly, that is it. I just wanted to create something just that looked absolutely batshit insane, and I created this obscene thing. Yeah, yeah. You know who you are. You know who you are. You vile people. Mr. Sonic Tails 18. I can't believe he said those things. I mean, would you want to do dirty things to that thing? I mean, look at it. No, thank you. But I just kind of wanted to make a character that was kind of like just a complete overpowered maniac, kind of something akin to Claire's gods and goddesses. So that's kind of where I mean, you look at the design. I mean, it's kind of where I drew inspiration from. A lot of Claire's character designs. So I mean, but as I say, Morrigan is still canon. Whether or not I actually ever get around to telling her story is a different question. Queen of Hanslow. That's an old meme. Yeah, more or less. You know what? I've got an idea. How about I do this, and then at least then you can have a look at all the characters. I know some of them aren't canon anymore, but that doesn't matter. You can have a look at them all and be like, ooh, maybe I want to ask this question about this character in particular, or something along the lines of that. So I'll leave that up there, and if you've got any questions about any of these fine folks, be my guest, and I will answer them. Just tell me if you can't see any of their names, and I'll try and zoom in a bit more. There we go. Actually, let me bring them out into the black background. Yeah, I was gonna say I was about to do that literally because I cannot see all of their names. If I move it like that, you can see all the names. There you go. I'll just stay here for a bit. There's no point going back to the little makeshift studio I made. It would be easier. Really? To be honest, that is a pretty. I will admit, I do really like this picture I took of him. Like he just looks so menacing in that picture. The Crow. So basically, the original idea I had with the Crow is that he was essentially just he was a serial killer, right? And when Division Zero shut down, he basically just salvaged some of their technology and he created this crow suit, I guess. And he just went around just causing complete and utter bloodshed. And I mean, look at the dude. He's freaking. I wonder if I still got the actual costume. I should do. Whether or not I can use it is a different story, but yeah, here he is. Oh, never mind. Can't use it. Incredibles pack. Oh noes. I mean, you can get a decent look at it there, but yeah, he was just like this complete utter maniac going around just killing people for the funsies. Oh yeah, so Geiger, yeah, he was. I did actually write a story. I did that. Well, not really a story, but I did write like this thing which did include him. He had a fight with someone. I can't remember who he had a fight with, but essentially he's like just like a titan. Like that is literally what his race is called, just titans, and he's the last one left of his kind. To be honest, he's pretty cool looking. I like his helmet. And I will say he is still canon, so I mean, don't rule him out. He's still there. Oh, I remember now. He had a fight with Plantzilla. Like, he had a giant monster fight with Plantzilla. That was the thing I wrote. Infernos is dead. I don't want anything to do with him anymore. Funnily enough, this guy right here, the original concept for him, this guy, you're not going to believe it, but the original costume predates everybody but Trent. His costume was made in like 2004. Like his costume was made in like 2012 or something. Okay, maybe Grayson predates him, but I made the costume literally so long ago, and I was like, I like this assassin fire guy. I'm gonna make him a character, and then yeah, now I don't like him anymore. He sucks. But yeah, like literally, the original design predates literally even Gino. So I mean, that's kind of weird. Celicia. Where is Celicia? I don't see. Celicia, mother trucker. Where is she? Oh, yeah, you. So she what I so basically this is gonna require me to explain a whole load of other stuff. So originally in an old draft I had planned it so the elemental crystals would kind of like generate like these smaller crystal fragments around the area that they were in. So you'd have like fire fragment crystals, and essentially they kind of work like miniature versions of the main crystals. They would give people like powers, but like the powers were nowhere near as like powerful as the main crystal. So you get a lot of these elemental users who like carried like these crystal fragments around, and she was one of them. Essentially, she like collected fire fragment crystal thingamajigs, and she had fire powers, but like it was nowhere near on the level of like Gino or like Azazel or someone. But I never really did anything with her though. She was just kind of like that was the extent of it. But the whole fragment situation got scrapped anyhow. So, um, regarding the tier list, I still don't even know what the tier list was all about. I genuinely don't know what that tier list was meant to represent. Let me bring it out actually, because it would be funny to discuss this tier list that I do not remember making. It is very weird. Okay, I don't know where to start. Okay, you know what? I'll get back to Dabria. We'll just focus on this tier list for the time being because I still really don't know what is going on. Because on one hand, yeah, sure, it could be like based on the characters I like the most, but then why would IGSB be in S tier? Why would IGSB be one of the characters I like the most? Like, you're trying to tell me that I like IGSB more than Scar and Charles and Jason and literally all the elemental deities? Like, something's wrong there. Why would Mimic be in A tier? I don't even like Mimic. I don't even like Squiggly all that much. So it can't be based on who I like. I really couldn't tell you what it's based on. I I genuinely don't know. But then like you go down here and it's like, yeah, if it was based on characters I did like and dislike, I mean I'm not really. But I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely not a power tier list because I mean some of these characters down here are quite strong as opposed to like, IGSB who is literally a little tiny robot. So I don't really understand. I don't understand what it is. I don't remember making it. So it's just kind of one of those things. We'll forever not know. And plus Frey's here as well, so I mean, he's not even my character. It's Felix's character, so I mean, I really don't know. I genuinely do not know. Anyway, back to Debris over here. Thank you for liking the design. I feel like I ripped off Claire's Miss Neutral. I mean, she's not even part of the lore anymore. So, I mean, she was. I can't even remember what she was meant to be honest. She was like some sort of like deity or something. Like the goddess of the afterlife or something. I don't know. Something on the lines of that I don't really remember. Can I want to see if I can use the costume. I don't think I can, to be honest. I probably don't have the DLC for it anymore, to be honest. Yeah, that is a throwback. Uh, I, I cannot seem to locate her at this current time. Oh, well, doesn't matter, I suppose. Oh, wait, there she is. Oh, yep, can't use it. Incredibles and Gravity Rush. Oop. Where? Where are we looking? A one costume? Oh my god, it is. There's a one card. I can't use it, I don't think. Yeah, Tron Legacy mini pack, but I made a one. I made a one. There's a one right there. I wish I could bring it out. Wait, you actually think it looks good? I mean, okay, fair enough. I thought you were going to say something on the lines of, it looks dumb, but I mean, wait, Felix mentioned Blair. Where is she? Her? You like her, Felix? You like her? She was meant to be a vampire. But then I don't want vampires in Tales from Minerva, so I got rid of her. I didn't want to get into any Twilight fanfic territory, so I was like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with no vampires. Okay, we're gonna leave it back there again. $4K Uno. Mimic. Good old Mimic. Well, funnily enough, like a lot of characters here, Mimic literally just started out as a character in the card game that me and Claire started making. Like, that is where he made his first appearance. And to be honest, Mimic hasn't really ever. I don't know, Mimic was never really meant to show up in the story, I suppose. I guess Mimic was. I don't know, I guess he was just more of a character for the card game. He's a gimmick. He's a massive gimmick. Like, I wanted a character that could, like, copy other characters' attacks and stuff, and I was like, well, I don't really have a character who could do such a thing, so I just kind of made this weird looking doll. And that's kind of really it. Like, Mimic was just. I don't think I was ever going to use Mimic, because how can I tell a story about this doll? Like, it doesn't really fit. Like, even back then, it just didn't fit. Like, the thing is with Tales from Minerva, it does have, like, ghosts, but, like, paranormal haunted dolls, no, it's really out of place. I don't think I was ever gonna use him, so, well, I guess. I can't even find the card for him. This is the original Mimic card right here. This was the. It literally only has one attack. But that was it. That was more or less the gist of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I tried to stray away from using, like, like, already established creatures, whether it be in, like, fiction or, like, well, I mean, well, granted, I mean, there's still, like, owls. I don't know why owls, but owls are on Minerva. And even then, like, creatures like moths, like, I've kind of, like, changed them up a bit, because they're giant flaming monsters. But, I mean, I guess Hootler is, like, he's like a species of owl that doesn't exist in the real world. You know what I mean? Like, if there are animals on Minerva that are also in real life, they'll be, like, a species of said animal that aren't real. I mean, humans exist, but, I mean, humans are humans. So, I mean, it'd be a bit weird not having any human characters. But yeah, but regarding Mimic, that's practically it. It was more or less just a gimmick for a card game and nothing else really. Good old howitzer, howitzer, howitzer. Good best boy, the best boy. I mean, a wolf that can projectile vomit blood. Yeah, that's a bit gross. Yeah, yeah, he's basically just Ditto. He's literally just Ditto. But yeah, so I'll get to Sarah in a minute. I'll talk about Howitzer for a bit, but thinking about it, like having anthropomorphic animals is not something I was like really too keen on anyhow. I mean, literally, the only anthropomorphic animal I have in Tales from Minerva is our boy, not Hootler. I can't remember how you spell his freaking name. We'll just call him Redacted for now. But obviously, Archimedes is the only anthropomorphic animal I've got in Tales from Minerva now. Because I don't know, I don't know, just the idea of having this wolf walking around, I don't know, it doesn't really fit. You know what I mean? Plus, I don't know, I don't know. It just doesn't really fit my lore, I suppose. Not to say like it's yeah. There you go. I'm a dumbass who can't remember how to spell. Oh really? Fair enough. But yeah, I don't know because fair enough. Um, I was meant to speak about someone, wasn't I? Oh yeah. So Sarah, 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 Sarah. Everyone's favorite mercenary. This, yeah, Felix is right. I did a lot of development for this character. Like, holy crap, the amount of like I was like pushing so hard for her to be like a part of the main group, and she will show up. But the thing is, her original concept is that she was going to get powers from, you know, the Void Crystal. But with how things are set in stone at the minute, that doesn't really seem possible. So she won't really, and she's not gonna get any powers. That's the thing. But like, I still want to keep her around. But she's gone through a lot of changes. She went from being a good guy to a villain to a good guy again to kind of stuck in limbo at the moment. I mean, there is an old draft of like this fight scene, and she's in it, and they're like fighting like the main villain. So like, she was meant to be like a pivotal character at one point, but she's kind of taken a backseat for now. But all our homies like Sarah. Plus, I mean, to be honest, can you imagine you've got like these characters with like these names like Gino, Trent, Grayson, Fenn, and then you've just got Sarah. Like, she doesn't have a very, like, I don't know, it's not like a very. Yeah, she also kicks people in the testicles. I can't believe that is a thing I actually added, where she has an attack on one of her cards where it's literally a low blow and it deals more damage to male characters. Like, that is a real thing that exists. I want to find it. It is here somewhere. I can't remember what iteration of the card it is that has it, but it is somewhere. Is it this one? There it is. There it is. Oh no, I got rid of the it hurts males more bit. It just says the opponent cannot attack for 1 round. Okay, her alternative card doesn't have that attack. Let me see if I can find an old one that might have it. Oh, this might be it. Yeah, there it is. Look, the opponent cannot attack for 1 round. It deals an additional 100 damage to males. Oh, good old Sarah kicking people in the manhood. I'll get rid of Mimic as well whilst I'm at it. Right, let's get that back there, put that there, there we go. Anyone else got anything else? We need Claire in the stream. Everyone, we gotta summon Claire. I'm sure she'd have some riveting questions. The wiener deleter. My favorite deity out of all of them. It's, to be honest, it's like kind of a, it's kind of like a tie, really. It's either going to be Ileana or Abaddon. I really like the designs of both of them. They kind of, they clash so well. Like the contrast, like like she's real elegant looking, and as opposed to him, he's like covered in spikes. He's like real extreme looking, got these big menacing jaws and stuff, and he's just a real ugly looking motherfucker. But no, I'd say out of all of them, those two would be my favorites. Besides Big Boy Az. What is the complicated and controversial history of IGSB? This little shit, right? This little shit. So he originally stemmed from the card game, and that's all he was. He was just some joke character from the card game. Let me see if I can drag up one of his old cards. I don't know if I actually still have the old card of him. Oh, I should do. These are all pretty old. There he is. So, the reason he was so meme material is that he had both the worst attack in the game and also the best attack in the game. He had an attack that was 2 damage, but he also had an attack that was 5,000. And back then, in the early days of the card game, that was literally a one-hit kill on every card because no card had that much health. Welcome to the stream, Joel. Welcome to the stream. But so yeah, then I don't know. He just kind of became this joke, and I don't really know how. Yeah, like the thing is, his ability was pretty decent as well. Like attacks only do half damage, and back then, hang on, back then, 800 health was a lot of health. Like compare it to I don't know. We'll get Cryogen out because he had a lot of health. Like Cryogen was bulky, but even then he only had 400 health. You compare that to IGSB, who's got 800, but he only takes half damage. He's an absolute unit, but at the same time, it's like you can just get an easy 2 points of damage off someone, or you can try and risk it and go for the big ultimate 5,000. But like, good luck getting that. And plus, I mean, the name of the attack, you good stead of strong laser. Like he was just a meme from his conception, and he's always been a meme. He was never meant to be taken seriously. I don't think I ever intended to ever add him into the lore. Though, with that being said, he did show up in one story I wrote. But, I mean, we're not going to get into the whole sci-fi traveling and space malarkey now, so I mean, it would be completely useless to include him in any form of story now. After all, this is Tales from Minerva. This isn't Tales from the extended universe, you know what I mean? Like, every story I'm going to tell is going to be set on Minerva, so I mean... Yes, he was Grayson's travel buddy. He went into space with him and stuff. But yeah. That's basically the history of IGSB. Everyone's favorite space companion. I, I mean, I suppose it did, because the thing is, when I originally made the card game, my cards were extremely weak. But it was fine, because all of them were weak. So, I mean, they all, it just kind of, it was fine how it was. But then, obviously, then I brought Claire on board with the project, and then she starts getting, I wouldn't say out of hand, but she definitely made some cards that were a lot more powerful than mine. So I kind of had to bring mine up a level. And I suppose, in a way, that did kind of influence a lot of changes, I suppose, which is weird. But then you got to think a lot of the characters that I did make in that era, where the cards were getting stronger. Like, a lot of these characters, like, they were significantly powerful. Like, you look at Morrigan and Taraxius, even, like, these characters were made specifically for the card game originally, but obviously they've become like their own characters now. But like, they're powerful people, and they still are. But a lot of the characters did get stronger because of the card game, which is hilarious. Like, my lore was impacted by a fucking Little Big Planet card game. Also, Joel, to answer your question, I'm currently not doing anything. I am doing a Q&A. This is all this is. This is literally all this is, a Q&A where I'm doing literally nothing other than speak. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Yeah. You mean the rock guy, this Viking looking dude? You know what? I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, Felix. I made him for the card game, and that's it. I've never actually made a backstory for this dude. He's just kind of there. Originally, he was called Armageddon, but then I changed his name to Haldor. But even then, I still have nothing for him, and yeah, that's all he is. He's more or less just a card game character, which is unfortunate. But to be honest, a lot of these characters are just characters for a card game and nothing more. Biggest source of inspiration? Wow. Well, to be honest, I guess I would have to say it was Claire, really. I mean, to be honest, I mean, yeah, sure. I was writing before I met her, but like I don't think it would have ever got to the scale it did if I didn't meet her because like a lot of the stuff that she was doing kind of like inspired me. Like a lot of like stuff that I have in my stories now just wouldn't exist if it wasn't for her, you know what I mean? So I mean she plays a huge part in all of this. Like I don't think all of this would exist right now if like it wasn't for her really, which kind of neat. Thanks, Claire. You're one of the biggest sources of inspiration for me. So, kudos to you, my friend. I mean, she has helped me a lot with like stuff. So, I mean, just with like character designs as well. So, like, she's helped me out there as well. So, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, she's done a lot. A lot of these characters, like, a lot of my characters, especially like some of the female characters, like, I kind of like based them off some of Claire's stuff. So, I mean, yeah. Don't tell her I said that, though. Yeah, you can thank Toho for this. The thing is, I would still probably have like lore and all that, but I don't think it would be the way it is. For all we know, Gino could still be probably trying to kill Hitler or whatever. That'd probably be a thing, and that's a dark path I don't really want to discuss. It's just dawned on me that there is a level teeming with. Never mind, I'm already in it. I will need to reload this level. It means sacrificing the set, but at the same time, I'm not really fussed. Because the Forbidden level has a lot of juicy old stuff in it, so we can check it out. And if you have any questions about said old stuff, that would be neato burrito. Such as ye old timeline over here. Actually, that's the time. This is the timeline that involves Gino killing Hitler. So I don't really know if I want to delve into this. This is pretty weird shit. Like I did a lot of writing in this level. Like I jotted down a lot in here for some reason. It's weird. Like I kept notes on Little Big Planet. I didn't keep them on my phone back then. I wrote them all in here for some reason. Like it's all like written down here. Oh yeah, Joel was originally part of the lore. Let me find him. There is a mentioning of Joel. Here he is. Look, a prototype robot named Joel is manufactured by Condra. Like Joel was canon once upon a time, but like holy crap, this stuff was written like I want to say like 2016. Like this is old stuff you're looking at. Like this stuff is years old. What originally it was the Imbecile Squad. That's what drove me to want to write my own story because the thing is, the Imbecile Squad was the first instance of Gino becoming his own character. But the thing is, I had a lot of creative differences with Ohio, who was the main, guy developing the Imbecile Squad. I even just turned around and said to him one day, if you don't do Gino the way I want him, then I want out of the project. Because at the end of the day, it is my character, and if I don't feel like my character is being given justice, then I don't want to be part of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this character and I'm gonna make my own story with him, and I'm gonna establish my own lore and whatnot. And I guess it just kind of snowballed from there. I made more characters and I made a world, and I just kind of kept building from there. And yeah, it's taken a long time to get where I am now. Like, I mean, look at all this stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, you've got like satanic cults performing rituals, Sactepula, Gino being born in 1899 on Earth. There's no Minerva back then. Like, this was all originally set on planet Earth, and now it's like Joel's there, and so much has changed. Like, you go over here as well, and like look at this. There's like all of this. Like, just read. Like, I'll just read some of this out to you. Like, Gino is a tough, serious-minded individual created by the Order as it created. Like, he was originally a test subject created by the Order Zero. Like, this is how much things have changed over the years. Like, things have just... I've changed so much over the years because I've been, like... like, the Scorched Stone. Like, you see what I mean? Like, things have changed so much. It's kind of crazy looking back on some of this old stuff and just seeing how different things are from how they used to be. Like, once upon a time, Fen used to be this soldier, and Trent used to be a human being who got transformed into a plant, and Captain Squiggly was a thing, and at one point Plantzilla used to be a scientist called Claire Foster, who worked for the Order of Zero. You see what I mean? Like, things have changed so much in Fantepula, like, even things there have changed, and Hootler, I mean, to be honest, Hootler hasn't really changed all that much, but there has been a lot of significant changes over the years to what I've been doing. There's some other stuff. Oh yeah, and the undead zombies were a thing at one point, but like over here, like this doesn't exist anymore. The shrine, like there's a lot of concepts that I had that just have changed or have been scrapped. Like, look at this, like. Like, the names have all been changed and all that. There's like no hurricane crystal there. Wow, there's like literally not even a frost crystal either. There's literally just 7. There's now 9. They were originally called the elemental stones and master stones. It just kind of sounds like Master Emerald, to be honest. But then, like, you get over here, there's like a timeline. Like, look how long this thing is. Like, holy crap! Like, look at all that. I could literally just sit here and let you read it for ages. There's like so much stuff that's changed. Like, all right, Joel. Yeah, it was nice having you show up. Thank you. I will try to be awesome. But like, even like, I like how Gino shares the same birthday as me. Like, 8th of May. That is also my birthday. He shares it with me. But like, it's just kind of crazy looking back on just how things are. Holy crap! February 13th. Wow, like this is far future shit right here. But like everything written here, everything that is in these texts is just all scrapped, all old ideas that I just don't use anymore. Like I said, I've been rewriting this stuff for years on end because I've always been unhappy with how things have turned out. But like now, I actually have a story that I like. I don't look at it and think I could have done this differently, or I'm happy with what I've got now. And it's reasons like it's stuff like that that kind of makes me think like, yeah, maybe I should continue writing, because at the end of the day I've got a small audience and I know that, but it's cool having this little world that I've built. I like writing about it, I guess. It's cool. I like it. It's just something I do on the side, and I don't know, it's just a cool hobby, I suppose. And people seem to enjoy it, so I mean, why not? As I say, I've been doing this for years, so I mean, so much stuff's just changed over the years. It's kind of crazy. Plantzilla Island. But yeah, I mean, that's about it, really. Don't really know what else to say about all this old stuff. Just kind of crazy looking how far I've actually come with all of this. Illuminati face. Wow. Anyway, you know, I'll stay in this level. Wow, that is old. Yeah, Claire's got her own island. Holy shit! Look at these. These are old. Like these are old. This is the original card roster, guys. Like you're looking at like, I mean, we'll exclude these two because I mean they're not mine. Like literally right here, this how many is there? 5, 10, 50. These 20 characters right here are like the original OG 20. Wait, what angels? Where? Oh yeah. I was wondering what he was on about then, but yeah. Like you're looking at the OG group here. Like these are like my oldest characters. Yeah, OG Skylar. Holy crap. It's weird because I get nostalgic looking at stuff like this. I mean, it's silly, it's stupid to say, but I do. Like at the end of the day, I mean, these characters in the grand scheme of things mean, they're so irrelevant to like, but like to me, the whole, a special place in my heart because these are characters that have, developed over the course of like several years. I've grown an attachment to them. It's nice looking back on how far I've actually come with all of this. Like I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've been dedicated to it. It's a passion project at the end of the day. I've been really passionate about it. I've stuck at it. I didn't have to stick to it. I don't get anything out of doing this. I'm not going to be some big massive author at the end of the day. I don't want to be, but it's yeah. These group of idiots. I love them all. Thank you. That does mean a lot. I do hope that what I'm doing is decent stuff. Because if what I was doing wasn't good, well, I don't want to make that like sound big headed. Like I don't want to come off as that at all. No, but like if I knew the stuff I was writing was like of poor quality or wasn't worth the effort, then I would have stopped a longer time ago. But I'd like to imagine the stuff I'm doing is of at least some quality. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in, Jay. It's been a pleasure having you in the stream. Thanks for all the questions you've asked. Um, I need to check how long this live stream's been going on for. Yeah, by all means. That would be great. Been going on for about 1 hour and 24. That's fair enough. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Well, catch you on the flip side. So yeah, I don't really know where to go from this point. Unless anyone else has any more questions. I don't really know what else to talk about, to be honest. I mean, if anyone has any more questions, that would be great, but I mean, shrug. I've kind of covered everything that I need to speak about. If anyone else has any questions, that would be great. But, I mean, so, yeah, what now? I mean, if no one can think of anything, that's fair enough. I mean, but I don't really intend on, like, how tall? I'm gonna have to rewind. um, 1 minute. Is everything back? No. Bear with me a second. There we go. I should probably just keep all this stuff out, to be honest. Right, well, according to this old stuff, he stands at 3 foot tall. He stands at 3 foot. Though, I know that... Okay, well, according to this, he's the same height as Captain Squiggly and Abaddon. If we're gonna go off what this says, I know this is old, so Abaddon stands at about 10 foot, 5 inches. Though, to be honest, there's a level I need to go to. That might give me a more up-to-date number. Because I know what it is. I think he stands at about 15 feet, his mech suit does. But I just need to confirm it, because I know that in this level I'm about to go in, it does have his up-to-date height, even though this level is, like, extremely outdated. There he is. Yeah, so his mech suit stands at a whopping, yeah, I was right, 15 feet. The mech suit is 15 feet tall. That is absolutely horrific. Just for comparison's sake, Gino stands at... Hang on, let me just go into the server real quick and actually find out what his actual height is. Gino stands at 7 foot 8 inches. So, like, even then, Gino's a tall guy, but, like, Archimedes' mech suit just completely towers over him. Freaking who. Damn. Wait, there's a lot of stuff here. Huh. Why doesn't Sarah have an image? But yeah, I don't really know what to do now. You know, I could have sworn I had a more up-to-date version of this level somewhere. I think I have it published. So that means going into play mode. Or did I delete it? You know what, I may have deleted it. Oh no, it's there. Oh, welcome back, Joel. Welcome back. Yikes. This was published 3 years ago. I think there's more bios in this one. I actually don't know, to be honest. Oh, wow, yeah, there's a lot of bios here. Wow, that's a lot. I actually forgot how many bios I actually wrote. Damn. Can I... Who's in the secondary antagonist section? Weaver... Weston... Dementra... The Grudge... Scorchy boy. Scorchmarek stands at 50 feet tall. Weezer... Carl Weezer... are you gonna finish that croissant? Yeah, oh my god, you know what? I completely forgot that was a thing. So basically, the frost crystal has a soul in it, obviously. I mean, they've all got souls in them. But like the deity who possessed the soul of the deity who was in the frost crystal is called Era, and she's kind of like this mischievous goddess. And like the original draft for Cryogen is that sometimes she would like kind of like possess him. So then like you'd hear like this female voice talking out of Cryogen, and he would just start acting like a complete maniac. I wish I kind of kept it. I actually completely forgot that that was a thing. But I mean, Cryogen is redacted. I can't say. Also, Cryogen used to have a hammer. He used to have a frost hammer built into his arm. Which character am I most proud of? I mean, let's be honest. That is a no-brainer. It's Gino. You know, he's been through so many different changes over the years, and you know, he's my golden boy. You know, he is at the end of the face of Tales from Minerva. Like there would be no Tales from Minerva without Gino. Like he's just come a long way. You know, he is the first ever character of mine to be an established character. And you know, from his humble beginnings from of the imbecile squad to what he is now, you know, you even think back to before then. You know, he used to be this. He used to be the symbol of cringe, and you know, you think of my old levels of Little Big Planet has no savior and all that. You know, like he's come a long way. Our boy Gino has. From talking with a -2 voice changer to what he is now. You know, I'm proud of how far this character has developed over nearly 10 years now. Gino was first conceived nearly 10 years ago now. No, Felix, we don't talk about that quote. We don't talk about that quote, Felix. That quote is cursed. Pain and suffering. bring the gens back. No, we've only got one gen, and he's called Cryogen. You know, I'm pretty sure I had like a concept for like a water cryogen. Hydrogen, I guess. I don't think I've got any images of it whatsoever. Like, I just don't think it exists anymore anywhere. I just think I got rid of all traces of it. Unless I still have a costume of it, I might, actually. Hallucinogen, my boy. Here he is. Oh, wow, really? I forgot the helmet was DLC. Shit. Oh my god. Can you believe that this is what the one and only Charles Griffin used to look like? This complete and utter disgrace of a costume. Like, what is this? What is this? What is this horrible thing? Really? I can't even use the updated version. That is criminal. He's very cursed. You take off his mask and he just looks like bootleg Joel. I know, I'm so sad. I can't use it. I'm so sad. It's okay. We can use end sequence at least. The Eldritch robot. Oh yeah, and Sequence is a costume. Like he is a costume. This is him. This is him in the flesh. Yeah, originally was Claire's character, but then she gave me the rights to use him. I guess. Well, I say him, but I mean. Ben, Ben, let me use her! Let me use her! Sad moment. This is. I can't even use Beatrix. I can't even use Beatrix anymore. This is sad. I gotta use Sarah. It's okay. It's okay. I can use Gino. I can use Trent. I can use Grayson. But I don't really think I can use anyone else. Herbie Derby, Herbie Derby. I can use Azzy. Dars bars. Onig. What the fuck? Ew, what the hell is this fucking abomination? Oh. Freef. 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 Eef. Freef. Eef. Freef. Eef. Freef. Who's what? Who's where? Where's Waldo? Who am I looking at? Where? Who? Describe them to me. Describe them to me. What previous costume? Who? Who? Which? This one? It says Oneg. It says Oneg. It's my most recent costume. Oh, very good. He's now Archimedes. Hootler is dead. Oh, fair enough. Wait. Well, what the heck? My front door just opened on its own. What the fuck? But there's nobody there. Huh? What the hell? Okay. Oh, okay, I get it. I didn't close my front door properly, and then the wind just opened it. Holy crap, I thought someone was about to walk into my house. No, Joel, don't be saying that. I legitimately got so scared for a second. I just saw the door open. I was like, what? It's okay. I just didn't close it properly when I came in. I've locked it so no one can walk in now. I am in your walls. So, guys, where do we go from here? Because I don't really know what else to speak about. And to be honest, I'm getting a bit hungry and I want to eat a pizza. Which is bad because I had a pizza yesterday, but I want another pizza. So, what do you want to do? Is there anything else you want to ask, or would you say this is a good time to wrap things up, or? Yeah, I agree. I think we've practically asked most. I think you've more or less asked the main things, and I've gone over a lot of the stuff that I wanted to go over. So, I mean, yeah, it probably is a good place to wrap up, to be honest. Well, I mean, in that case, well, thank you for asking me a bunch of questions, guys. I really do appreciate. Oh, wait, Joel has a question. Oh, oh, dearie me. No! You know what? Just for that, right? Just for that question alone, you, sir, you must be punished. Yeah, Dementia. There's your answer, Joel. You know what, Joel? You deserve to suffer even more now. You deserve to suffer even more now, Joel. Do you know what you've done? You know what you've done, Joel? You are going to suffer. You know why you're going to suffer? Because I'm going to do things that I'm not proud of, but you deserve this. I hope you're happy, Joel. You asked for that. This is what you get for asking those kind of questions. So, anyway, yeah, so thank you, everyone, for asking questions. This has been a good stream, I hope. So, yeah, um, I might get on another game and stream. I don't know. I'll see. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. But then I also have chores to do, so I don't know. We'll see what the day entails. But for now, I'm gonna get going. So thank you all for watching and listening to me ramble about a stupid little series I made. If you are watching and I've had no idea what I've been speaking about, but would like to know what I've been speaking about, I will leave a link to my Tales from Minerva series Discord server in the description. So, yeah. Woo. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. I don't really know how to do intros.